Prismatic Evolutions, our favorite set to talk about. Figure today's a great day to talk about it. Information regarding new reprints at the end of the month came out yesterday, I believe. So I'm interested to see what the market is going to do. We're going to walk through this market. If you guys want to join me, thanks for being here. And I hope this is informative to you. All right, folks, let's hop on in here. First product we're going to start with is the SPC, the Super Premium Collection. So I start with this one because the SPC is a standalone unit, right? There's no booster boxes for Prismatic Evolutions. So SPC tends to be the higher collectible for it. And if you watch any of the big name YouTubers that are collecting Prismatic Evolutions, they have made it abundantly clear that they are going deep into the SPCs. Me personally, I don't have a single SPC. Not sure the returns quite make sense for where I'm at financially over short term, right? So I am not diving into the SPCs, but as we look at them, they're not bad for the price if you are wanting to get into SPCs, whether it's 1, 10, whatever your financial situation is. So as you can see, unopened $333.99. So we're going to go into last solds here. $391 was its peak not even 2 weeks ago. So March 22nd, yeah, right on 2 weeks. So it continues to drop. Went down all the way, bottomed out at $320, which, $70? That's a very large drop. But again, we continue to see more on the market. I was watching a YouTuber this morning, and it sounds like we're supposed to get more on the market over the next 2 to 3 weeks. First, they're going to drop in Canada and then the U.S. So what the price is going to do, who really knows? My guess is it's going to go back down to probably the lows of $320. But again, I'm not quite sure what it's going to do. Prismatic Evolutions is a standalone product that has been very interesting to watch. So as we get into available units, there are 208 SPCs currently on the market by 73 different sellers. So first one that makes sense is this seller right here, $349.99. Keep in mind, I'm not a big fan of 0% sellers. Not saying that there's anything wrong with them, as we all started somewhere, right? I was a 0% seller with 0 sales a while back, but I didn't try selling sealed. Sealed always makes me nervous from 0% sellers with 0 feedback because they don't have a brand to uphold. They could just be selling off-brand product. They could be selling resealed product. And if you keep it sealed, you'll never know if it's resealed unless you can tell, which I don't have that skill set. Some days I do. It just all depends. So SBC, if you are looking to get into it, it's lower than it's been in the last month and a half. However, with the projected reprints that are coming out, I don't know if SPC is something I would get into just yet. The next item we are going to talk about is the Pokemon Center ETB. Now, as we all know, the Pokemon Center ETBs are a collectible item that don't always get reprinted. With Ascended Heroes, Chaos Rising coming, Perfect Order, all of these things getting put out on Pokemon Center's website, we're not quite sure when we will see a large reprint of the Pokemon Center ETBs. Again, they could come soon. Who knows, right? It's just a guessing game. I am on 6 months here because the data for this chart is not working for 1 month or 3 months. So as we look at 6 months, the sales volume you can see has significantly decreased over the month of March. So price is remaining up there around its top. You have a damaged one for about $535, and then your cheapest active listing is $555. As you can see, they are selling. 2 sold yesterday, $520, or I should say 3, $515. So yeah, they are selling $555. There's a sale with $600 on April 2nd. So they have come down a little bit, it looks like. But I'm not quite sure on the Pokemon Center ones. Again, this all ties to if there's a reprint. As of right now, they're drying up on the market. There's only 122 available on the market. So if you're wanting one, not a great time to pick it up, but unless there's a reprint, they're only going to continue to grow. Next one I want to talk about, just because I find it very interesting, is the good old Dollar General ETBs that were put out with the $40 tag on the corner. We always talk about collectibles and how something is collectible just because there's no others out there, right? No others on the market. It's crazy to me that a $40 Dollar General box with a friggin' tag on the top that you can't remove is $205. But when you look at the market, there's only 12 on the market. One seller has 7, and the others have 1. So you're talking $220 for your cheapest box. Again, not quite sure who's going to collect an ETB with a tag on the corner, but there are some folks out there that collect every single ETB of every set. So there's always something out there for somebody, right? Just a little bit of an honorable mention there. Standard ETBs, they continue to drop. As of right now, I am on the threshold of being wrong. I didn't think they were going to go below 160. Now they're sitting at 160 with some listings for 150, 158, all because they have tears in them, right? Damage, that kind of thing. So if you're ripping it, not a bad deal to get something with a little bit of damage. But as of right now, 160 is your lowest listing for a non-damaged ETB. Not much else to say on that. All going to depend on if there's reprints additional that come with the SPCs at the end of the month. If we do see additional reprints, it's probably going to drop a little bit more. Booster bundles. Booster bundles are hanging in there, even with the reprints, even with them constantly getting put out. And vending machines, they're hanging in there. They're sitting at about $75 on the open market right now, and one seller has 19. However, there's about 60 sales a day averaging, right? So 5,400 still in the market, so I don't necessarily see this going any higher anytime soon. Probably get to $80. It looks like there's 30 boxes in between where it's at $75 and $80. So if we're selling 60 a day, it'll probably hit $80. My guess is 1 or 2 days from now. We shall continue to see and continue to watch. I threw the binder collection in here just because it's interesting to me. With them not getting printed, it goes to not getting reprinted a lot compared to ETBs, booster bundles. It's just very interesting to see that collectability aspect, because you're now up to just about these are all just binders, keep that in mind. The cheapest actual sealed unit you can buy is $92. So when you think about it, there's 5 packs in there. Each pack value, and we'll get to that in the next slide, is $12 per pack. So you're telling me $70 for the packs and then $20 for the binder in there. That just seems a little high in my opinion. It's going to continue to go though as pack price continues to increase, and as long as these do not get reprinted, your binder collections are going to go soon. There's only 150 quantity that just continue to get sold, only about 3 a day, so you have quite a while. But from a collectability standpoint, I don't know if they're going to go down in price. Alright, packs. Last sealed product we are going to discuss. Ooh, packs are quite interesting. Again, data's not working for 3 months, so I pulled off the 1 month graph. As you can see, not even a month ago we were down to $9.67. They're now up to $13.09. Again, not very much quantity being sold recently for packs. You're sitting at around 41, 42, 94, 40. And obviously today's doesn't count. The day just started. So it's getting interesting. You had a major sale there on April 2nd when price dropped $1 per pack. Somebody must have put a large quantity up. I'm actually quite curious. I don't know if I'll be able to see it though. I'm just looking. I didn't notice that before when I was looking. So I went too far back. What did I say? 4 or 5? I don't see any major quantities. There's a 50, but that's about it. Interesting. Very interesting. Not much to say about packs. Packs continue to increase. Cheapest you can find it right now is $12.94 for English. So if you want packs, now's your time to get them. Start getting product, because if packs price continue to go up, product's going to probably rise. Alright, we're going to switch back over to the other view, guys. If I can figure out how to work my computer. well, if you're still here, I did something right. Or I did something wrong and you came to make fun of me. Anywho, either way, I hope this information was valuable to you. Prismatic Evolution still holds a place very near and dear to most people's hearts from an investing perspective. So I don't think the prices are going to remain low very long. So if you're looking to get into any of the products we discussed, no time like the present, right? It's going to go up, it's going to go down, it's going to remain stagnant. There is no timing like the present when you're purchasing investments. There's no time in the market, there's none of that, right? Just take the lunge, take the plunge, as they would say, or take the leap if you get my How I Met Your Mother reference. Just take the leap. If now is your time to do it, then go ahead and do it and just ride out the waves. And as always, guys, thanks for being here. If you enjoyed the content, please drop a like, subscribe. Any little bit helps grow this channel, and we'll see you in the next video.